Hey everybody, ChristopherOdd here, and welcome back to XCOM 2. We're going out on a guerrilla ops mission. Potential rewards are Angry Joe Vargas, which would be a much-needed boost in our engineering department. We have to hack a resistance computer, so we're going to take out our specialist Skinner for sure. We're also going to bring a rookie in Singer. So one thing that we should do before we go.
How big of a difference some of these things can make in combat, Commander. With a few supplies, I can manufacture anything we need in no time.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Let's grab a couple of flashbangs here. We've got the extra cash. We had that early supply drop that happened. Let's throw it on our specialist, who's going to cover a lot of ground because he's got the SMG, so if we need to close in and flashbang, great. I think I'm also going to throw it on our ranger, and we'll keep Singer available to use the explosive grenade for maybe an early promotion. So I think this is good. Yeah, let's get started. Now, I did learn something else about how the character pool works. When I was going through the recruits that we have available to hire, some of them were stock characters. And somebody on Reddit pointed out actually that you have to edit another line or two within the INI file. So I've updated my character pool video on how that works. So if you're interested, feel free to check that out. But if I'm in a situation where I have to hire a random soldier, I'll just replace it with somebody that's submitted a soldier to me, so no worries there. But we have plenty of other ways of getting additional soldiers in there, so I'm not too worried that there's 4 or 5 stock guys right now. Sorry, Bradford, I totally talked over you. This is Operation Gasping Fear. We need to recover equipment allocations from a resistance computer. We are in the slums, which means we've got some elevation to work with. We are in LA, which means we've got drugs and prostitutes to work with. But we will not be focusing on any of that to this mission.
Menace 1-5, this is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead. Move to secure the area. Expect hostile resistance. Entering squad concealment.
Okay, so, if I'm not mistaken... Okay, this is actually pretty far away. There's the computer. What is this place? This is like a little... I don't know what, they're selling a bunch of holograms. This is like a... I don't know what this store is. But this is apparently where they're storing this equipment allocation on this laptop on the corner of that table. So, very secure, but I guess that is the definition of just hiding in plain sight. Let's start off with Skinner here. He's going to cover the most ground. This area is pretty wide open, but I'd like to get up top and use the highway if we can. Looks good so far. We have 8 turns. We have a lot of ground to cover. Let's bring Aeneas in behind, Miss Samantha Reed to the right, and Cannibal. Let's go here for now. Okay, so far so good. We do have a tower here we might be able to utilize. Ideally, if we can get up top to the freeway and then we can move down to the left, we have a pretty direct path. But yeah, we gotta move, and if we run into anything, we gotta take care of it quickly. This is a pretty significant distance to cover.
Our gremlins can attempt to access the advent network from here. We might be able to hack their systems and get an advantage. But be careful. If they detect us, things will only get worse.
Okay, so there's no harm in looking.
Accessing system.
Which is a statement that my wife disagrees wholeheartedly on. But let's take a look and see what these potential rewards are. Okay. This is actually not bad. Soldier gains complete immunity from the next 2 attacks, or we can reduce enemy will, which means the chances of panic from sectoids or mind control from sectoids would be reduced. This is interesting. The challenge is that if we fail it, and we have a higher chance of failing than anything, that every alien gets a defensive and mobility boost. So I'm not really the biggest fan of that right now. But it's good to know that it's there as a potential option.
Das lasse ich mir nicht zweimal sagen.
But what's even better is we can move everybody in here
No need to ask twice.
and start shuffling down the highway. And let's keep moving.
What's making that noise?
That's a great question. Well, we got something close by. I heard a door.
Roger that. Got eyes on a hostile squad.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we've got an officer and his lone trooper employee. And ideally, we put this small business out of business. That would be amazing. I'm thinking, though, that this height advantage that we currently have might not be ideal. It's a little too far. So let's bring John down into full cover. Can I sneak by? I can't really sneak by this thing the way that I'd like to. Can we path around it? Not quite. We're a few short, but maybe I can get inside here. What's going on in here? So we do have cover. It's just a little bit difficult to see from this angle. I'm gonna bring him in here.
Bin schon dabei.
And then maybe we should do the same with her.
Got it. Moving.
And then Skinner, we can still take our time. So let's just stay here for now. Hopefully they actually... Okay, they're actually moving closer, which is great. Skinner's going to have a great shot up top. And I'm even considering, just based on how close we are, that we may not need to expend a grenade here. Is that a bit greedy? It's a bit greedy. But I have a pretty good shot to open on the officer, and then we could overwatch with some, and we can react with the others. I think what we'll do is let's overwatch with Anais. Let's grab the overwatch with Polo. We'll keep Singer available. She's got the grenade. And then we'll start off, hopefully, with this hit on the officer. Even if it's 2 damage, we just need to guarantee that we hit him. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. I'll take the 3. It's the bottom end of an assault rifle, but... Scamper. Damn it.
It's still moving.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's beautiful.
Das war's für dich.
That is beautiful. Now we have a shot on this guy. How are we seeing him exactly? I guess we're reaching around this side. 61. It's not bad. Let's take it. Oh, that's too bad. Welcome to the squad. We've noticed. It's okay. I'm not writing you off completely.
Keep the pressure on.
Let's see. He may run. Yeah, he's gone. Okay. So we could try to get up here, get a small height advantage. we do this with Singer, though? It's risky, but
Closing on target position now.
I'm willing to take a bunch of these lower percentage shots here. If we hit him, he's dead. Come on, Reed. There we go. Ouch.
Target neutralized.
That was beautiful and brave. Totally made up for your previous indiscretions. Now, how are we gonna see this thing? We've got this giant staircase blocking it. We're gonna need to have our specialist right about here, I think, to have a chance at seeing that from range.
Rolling. Bin auf dem Weg. Habe Blickkontakt zu einer Adventstellung.
Oh, that's dirty. Okay. Okay, that's a problem. I knew that was risk. A risk, I should say, but I was hopeful. I can still hit these two and remove their cover. Let's focus on that for now. But I've got two soldiers standing in the open, one of which I can't move. That's awesome. So one's down completely. And then we may have a chance to get the other one here. Come on, Anaya, save the day. Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Hostiles pacified.
Now, the only other thing is that I have to trust. I have to trust in the sectoids that they're going to try and resurrect over just shooting me out in the open. And I'm not 100% confident that that's the choice they're going to make, to be quite honest. I could aid protocol, but then I'm leaving somebody exposed. I could flashbang, but then that's going to encourage them to take shots. So, since we have somebody exposed already, we're just going to go for this. Alright. A little bit of damage.
Burning through ammo fast.
The sectoids, although powerful, are not always the smartest.
Oh, I want to go home.
Let's see what he does. Take a shot if you can. He's doing it. He's doing it. Oh. I'm okay with the panic. I'm okay with the resurrection. I'm not okay when he shoots.
Menace 1-5. The Advent network is almost entirely locked down. We're running
I know,
out of
Bradford.
time. Get to that terminal.
Well aware. Well aware. We're working on it. We're working on it. Okay, Singer. Can we could try to remove the stairs. I don't really want to get too much closer than where we are.
Grenade out!
There we go. That clears things up just a little bit. That might be just what we need. There it is. Crisis averted. Temporarily. Let's not get too confident.
Reserve Munition.
I'd really like to get in there, but it's a little too far for my liking right now. We need to have the ability to react here.
Locked and loaded.
Okay. Fortunately, I still can't get to that one spot that I'm thinking I need to be in. I might be able to get it from here, but
Moving out.
we'll see.
We're near the objective.
Yes, looks like we're gonna have it.
Commander, we have confirmation of the exposed access point. Infiltrating.
Okay, let's take a look, Skinner. The objectives are guaranteed, but the possible rewards are completely random, so... And also, it looks like we've got Advent right behind. Okay, so we can reduce the contact cost for a nearby region by 50%. This is good because that's going to save us intel later. Or we can go for an income increase that will last, or that will happen every month, an additional 25 supplies, but the chances are lower. Let's go for the reduced contact cost here. Oh, just. Unlock watch list. Okay, good. Take it, it's a nice to have.
We've confirmed successful acquisition of the Advent files. Eliminate any remaining hostiles in the area.
Okay, looks like I can climb this and not catch fire. I mean, in theory. But I don't know, like, based on where those soldiers were, I don't think that that's actually our best bet here.
Moving on target location.
Let's move up. Now working up here, though, this could be nice.
Begebe mich
Let's
zu dieser
start
Position.
slow.
Position confirmed.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Let's reload here. Let's reload
We're
here.
good to go.
Let's see what happens.
Waffe geladen. Got some Advent here.
Here they come. Oh, and we have some up top as well. Let's see if they stay up there or not. Wow, they've really separated. Okay. I can get a height advantage here with Samantha. That's a decent start. That's the only height advantage that I can get, though. I can go for a flank on this guy. That puts us very close to the sectoid and uses up somebody carrying our flashbang. What I'd love to do is I'd love to get in here and see if we can hit both. Actually, we can get Polo up top here now. That's right. Let's do this. Okay, straight up chances to hit are half-half, but I'm liking this opportunity. I think we gotta go here. I'm hoping that that takes out the floor inside. I don't know that it's gonna damage the sectoid. But there's only one way to find out. Yep, it did. That's beautiful. And he hit for 4 damage. That's amazing. Now, I do kind of want to prioritize the soldier, but I mean, where am I going to get to that's going to give me a better shot at him? Actually, I might be able to come out here with Skinner. Not quite. What about these garbage cans? Garbage bags. Not going to happen. Okay. Anais is really far back. So I'm thinking maybe he's our potential for flashbanging. I am going to bring Singer up top here. Try and even the odds against a trooper on the roof. 50%.
Okay.
Let's bring Aeneas in here and let's see if we can't flashbang up top. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen, although it's damn close. Look at that. Look at him just avoiding it by right there. Where is it? He's 1 tile away. Things could be worse. Now, the choice we have to make is, do we want to take this shot? Or do we want to aid protocol? I'm thinking what we may want to do is get in here, grab full cover, and then we aid protocol. Let's do that.
Moving.
That way the only real target's going to be over here on Singer. I suppose the trooper can see across, but at least there's more of a chance of him surviving. Whereas Singer, if she gets hit, chances are pretty bad. Let's take the shot. Oh, okay, well.
Target
So
eliminated.
that's a learning. Learn from that, because I should have taken that shot first, and which would have freed up the ability to take a 60, I think it was 67% shot on the
I'm on the
sectoid.
move.
Resist! Resist! Okay then. That's probably gonna freak you out a bit. We can deal with this. I'm feeling good. I can feel the end of the mission rapidly approaching. Okay. We can't quite flank. Or is this a flank? I don't think it is. It's kind of tough to tell from this
Verstanden, bin
angle.
unterwegs.
48 only. That's tough. We're really close. Let's try this. Let's try with Polo. We've got the sword as a backup. There we go. Come back to me. That's cool.
Ziel ausgeschaltet. Da drüben scheint was zu sein. Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Okay. All things considered, that went pretty well. Workstation hacked. We got some loot. Our soldiers are all alive. Nobody got hit. Rookie got promoted. What's not to like? And everybody MVP. Polo, most damage. Reed, most attacks. Most under fire. Aeneas, Skinner moved the furthest. Very cool. We also got the reduced cost to contact a region that's going to be next to us. It'll be interesting to see how that works, because we don't have the ability to contact regions yet, so I'm not sure if that gets like stored or what the real outcome is going to be.
An impressive performance, Commander. Our troop skills are improving with every deployment.
All right, so let's see what the promotion is on Singer. A grenadier, beautiful. You're gonna make a good grenadier. I'm happy about that. And got a couple options here with Polo. I think early makes sense for us to grab blast padding. We're not seeing too much armor out there just yet, but that could change pretty quickly. But it does give us somebody that we can put in the front and know that they're most likely going to be able to survive an attack or two. Yeah. So let's grab blast padding. We've got an Illyrium core, that's fantastic. A couple of corpses. Illyrium core is something that we can use in the proving grounds for experimental ammo and grenades and such.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration, with one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the resistance from the inside. It was these resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late. What you are seeing are classified reports of missing civilians from across the world. Their numbers are growing. We suspect they have been taken to a nearby Advent black site, though its exact location remains unknown. Time is short, Commander. We need you to take charge of Resistance operations throughout the world. Establish contact with the local cells and bring them into the fold. Find this black site and shut it down. Save our world. The clock is ticking. Good luck, Commander.
Okay, so civilians are disappearing at a rapid rate. And it sounds like they're being taken to this black site. So we need to research Resistance communications. We need to fly to the black site region, make contact, and destroy it. Let's see. Sub-objectives, main objective. Okay, we're good.
We're ready to move when you are, Commander. I've updated our objectives based on the latest information.
You and your crew have dealt another serious blow to the aliens' efforts today, Commander. Impressive work.
So we've got Dr. Angry Joe Vargas here as an engineer. I'm very happy about this.
We can start clearing out space for new facilities, Commander. We should keep looking for more recruits, though. We'll need them to staff the facilities once they're built.
Yeah, totally agree. So, Angry Joe is on staff, and I am going to have him start clearing out some alien debris. I'm just taking a look here. We've got machinery here. We've got an exposed power coil at this level.
You've managed to do with this ship.
I just wish he had lived long enough to see us fight back. To know that it wasn't all for nothing.
Trust me, he knows. If there was one thing your father always kept in mind, it was his faith in humanity. He knew we could win. On our own terms.
That's touching. Yeah, it's tough to hear about Shen. He was, I liked Shen a lot. I wonder if he's gonna come up later. That would be pretty cool. Knowing that the exposed power coil is here and we get a power boost if we build a relay there, I think this is where we kind of want to build towards. So let's go ahead and clear out the alien debris here.
Commander, so far I haven't seen anything critical among the alien components left over in this area. If we clean this stuff out, we could probably use this space for a new facility. Excavation is underway, Commander, but it's going to take some time to get all that stuff cleared out.
Okay, so let's start that going. We could rush the guerrilla tactics school, but I mean, aside from training some of our rookies into squaddies, which is going to take additional time anyways, we don't have our guys developed enough to upgrade squad size or anything yet, so we don't have a lot of money, Commander, so getting those supplies will help.
We have a lead on the alien black site, but we'll have to rely on the local resistance to actually get us into the facility. We should try to make contact with their forces in the region as soon as possible. It's the only way we're going to find out what's behind this so-called Avatar project.
So, in all of those files, the word that kept coming up was Avatar. We got to figure out what that is. Oh, another engineer. That's awesome. That's really good. Now we can't connect there yet because it's in a locked region. So we're gonna have to research communications before we get there. Truthfully, it doesn't make sense to rush towards this black site anyways. I think we're better off like bolstering what we have right now.
New course.
Mostly for sentimental reasons, I'm gonna try and grab these soldiers here and see who they are. Here we go. Nicholas Pernick and Tudor Dumitrascu. Welcome aboard. That's very cool. I like that. Nicholas Zepernick, welcome. Now let's see if we can grab this engineer.
Much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known. Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.
Yeah, I agree. You saw the scars in the back of his head there. That's pretty telling. Okay, so we can do the Advent officer autopsy research.
Officers have
It's not a
clearly
bad
been
idea.
modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key.
This also unlocks the Advanced Warfare Center, which is the next building we're most likely going to go for. So this is good. This will accelerate healing rates, can give them random perks whenever they are promoted. And then we can also retrain there if we need to. So let's go ahead and do the officer autopsy.
The Advent officers appear to be similar, if not physically the same as the common Advent trooper in terms of power and agility. However, field reports indicate a more developed mental acuity, as the officers do provide tactical directives to the subordinate Advent forces.
Okay, let's bounce back out.
Having successfully...
Oh. Sorry, Tygan.
Although we have allies scattered in cities
Okay,
throughout
Resistance
the
is
globe
contacting
who are
us.
willing to share their knowledge of Advent's operations, the aliens are actively pursuing them. It will be up to you to ensure the safety of our operatives, Commander. Good luck.
So we've got a communication coming in, and they're looking for us to rescue a VIP from an Advent cell. We've got this Dr. Kent Toft Nielsen, Operation Ice Knife, and yeah, I'm game. Get a scientist on board, accelerate that research a little bit, get a whole bunch of early intel.
Setting
Yeah,
course
this is
for
going to
the
be great.
Mexican Regional Tract.
And these are always starting out blank in the full build of the game, which I actually preferred the other way. We can autofill, that's fine, but then we just have to kind of remove from here. So what do we want to take out here? He's in a cell, which means we can hack with the specialist. We want to keep our specialist in. I'm thinking a couple of grenadiers is not a terrible idea. Then, do we want to bring a rookie? I'm thinking we could bring out a rookie here. Is that a bit risky? It's a little risky. And then we're not developing our snipers either. But grenadiers right now are not expendable. Like, we need these guys, and they're going to be a huge boost to us. Let's go ahead and fix your weapon up just a little bit here. There we go. And yeah, I think we can take out Wild here. I'm intrigued. You're a character, and we'll see how you perform. I'm thinking that this is what we'll do, but I can always decide later. So, wish me luck, guys. We'll see you next time, and we're gonna rescue Dr. Kent Toft Nielsen, which is one of you guys. So I'm excited about that. Wish me luck. Goodbye.
The world you once knew is no more. Earth is now ruled by the Advent Coalition and their alien masters.